Here we're looking at temperature, and when we think about temperature, there's some variations that we see across Earth's surface and some reasons for that. One of the key reasons I've mentioned is the role of upland areas, and that's very clearly seen here when we look at the Himalayan mountains. I mean, they're very much that abrupt change where we go from yellow and greens, and then where the Himalayan mountains are, we see that white, that very light colored in the Tibetan Plateau, which really sticks out on the other side. So here we can see definitely the role of altitude in terms of temperature we find. In terms of the general patterns we see in South Asia, especially on these areas more lowland, not in the Himalayas, not in the upland areas, it is fairly hot here. It's hot to warm, so it's not like what we'd see here. It's definitely more tropical. It's definitely hotter, definitely warmer. They're going to see a lot more of the A climate here. You're going to see a lot more of the C climate, a little bit more what we'd find maybe in the southeast part of the United States. We also have the role of continentality. So, of course, if you're along a coastline, you're going to have moderated temperatures. But when you go deeper into the continent, especially there, northern India, northern Pakistan, you're going to see more of that continentality effect. So you're going to see more variations in temperatures throughout the year, unlike a place like Sri Lanka or there in the southern tip of India, where temperatures are going to be much more moderated. Further, you're going to see also the role of latitude. Of course, there, the southern tip of India, Sri Lanka, it's warmer because it's closer to the equator, and as you go farther away, it gets colder. Now we see the summertime temperatures, and of course the Himalayan mountains and the Tibetan Plateau, once again, that a very high upland area. It doesn't even get that warm in the summertime. Other variations we can see here, there the Thar Desert, that area that's very, very, very dry. We can see actually in the case of July is where we find the hottest temperatures, the reds, there in Pakistan. What that is essentially the absence of clouds. Once again, in a tropical area gets very, very intense sun, solar energy. It's going to really superheat that surface and thus cause warmer temperatures. But the same variations I mentioned beforehand regarding latitude and being along a coastline, altitude we see play out in the summertime map.